Yeah, I haven't studied up to this. I haven't practiced this, but I'm going to tell you right now. The basic colors are the colors you see on the pool ball. Okay, the colors you see on the backs of the horse racing, the colors you see in roulette, the colors you see of the rainbow, all have to do with spirit and soul. Spirit and soul is the universe. The water in the universe has a silver-like lining and color. The white of the universe is a creation of something else. The color of the sun. The why when a colored person, brown skin, dark skin, they have more soul. They're 60-40 in an angel in a celestial being of the universe, the angels. They are made up of 40% spirit, which is water type, and soul is 60. So it's 40-60, the score in tennis. There's also 45, but at 45-45, when you put the pressure on, the pressure is very low, and that's no good. I can't explain exactly what the pressure is, but you know the pressure in your sink, when it comes out, you open the tap, it comes. You turn it off, it stops. There's different kinds of valves for the pressure. Anyways, the colored people have more soul, which they have more of the universe, the soul part of the universe. And the Spanish explain that to us as in writing the word soul is S-O-L, which actually means earth. Spirit, if you understand the different ways of writing spirit and what all the spirits are all about, so a human being is a spirit, the spirit of wine, well, that is the 40% of the 60 of the soul. So what happens when we came to Earth? The celestial being, okay, was losing out on both soul and spirit. The knowledge that God puts into the spirit of the world and the knowledge God puts into the soul of the world is the rocks and the earth and the water that combine and mix together, which give the percentage. So God takes the angels and he creates a planet of some sort in which they can consume that we can touch and see, so that we can recalibrate who we are. And once the recalibration is over, we go back to the universe and our knowledge is updated through the spirit knowledge God puts into the soul of the universe and into the spirit of the universe. You see, God, when he created us the way we had to be created perfect. I guess it was 45-65, which is 110. Okay, which in actuality, 4, okay, to make it to 10 is 6, okay, and the 5 to make it to 10 is 5, so that would be 45. 6 to make it to 10 is 4, and then the 10 to the 0 spot to make it to 10, you put a 0 in it. Anyways, God can't rebirth us. The only way for God to rebirth us, okay, is to take us and put us, the soul and the spirit, into the spirit and soul of the heavens combined, and then we have to eat from it to gain the knowledge of the universe, of the evolution. That's the way the angels have evolution. So that's why we're alive. We're alive today so that we can go out of this world to go back to live into the universe. Otherwise, when the universe advances and the evolution of the universe advances, nothing else advances. We don't advance. The angels don't advance because they can't obtain fast enough what's going on. It's very fast and it's very rough out in the universe. And what goes on is very quick, and there's only one person that can keep up to it, is God. Okay? He controls soul, 40, soul 60, spirit 40, scoring tennis. So anyways, the valves in our bodies, the electricity, the way it works, is exactly, if you go and look, the way the system, the electronic system is set up in this world through the lines on the ground, what we can see, and not the internet system. The internet system is the way we work up in the heavens, and you know sometimes the internet goes down. We need a direct catch. So if you go look at the highways and the bypasses, or the bypasses of your heart, if you go look at the sewage system and the way it runs from the central office, anyways, then I'm going to jump on to the Star of David. The Star of David is east and west. with two north-south poles. Okay, that's why it's very cold out there. The table that Jesus was sitting at the Last Supper, that was an explanation of the east-west from Boston over to LA, and where the 2 points are, that would be down from Louisiana all the way up to Chicago. And then if you put stop signs on all the corners, it creates diamonds. And one of the stop signs stops right here in Quebec. Another stop sign is just off the coast in Florida. We have one up in Seattle. Now, LA, that stop sign is very funny. Anyways, I'm going to stop here. I'm going to add on that if you look and you design this star properly, it ends up to create the four corners in hockey and behind the net. Behind the net, it shows a triangle. So that means in Boston there's a triangle, and in LA there's a triangle. But to close the triangle properly, okay, on a squared paper, it ends up turning into an X, which is the way a valve closes, opens and closes. There's different kinds of valves. But if you notice that if you have water pressure as so, if the water's pushing up on this X, it's going to force the valves closed. Anyways, in the center, there's a ball. And that ball is the earth that goes in the center of the Magen David for life. Why? Because in the center of the Magen David is the hexagon, and that is life. Anyways, the hexagon is supposed to be created as a candy wrapper shape. It's not perfect, because the flow of the east-west on Earth is a lot smaller than the flow on the north-south to get up to heaven. Okay? And there's a reason for that. Anyways, I'm going to leave it at that for now. This is just a short little video to update you that yellow, the reason for the yellow people, it's part of the universe, and it's the percentage of soul and spirit inside the people. The white, okay, it's the vigorous. You have to understand what white's all about. Don't forget our hair turns gray. So that's the part of the soul that turns it gray. And it doesn't die out. The gray doesn't die out. The hair falls out before it turns gray most of the time. And there's an explanation for that. There's an explanation for the colors of the horses, the race they run in, the kind of races there are, and the morning line odds. We have all the winners. We just have to figure out which way it goes. But this is not about horse racing. But life is. Life is a horse race to the end. Anyways, take care guys for now. Short little video.